We're the twin sons of Symbion! It's 80s Comics, bringing you the review of Sectaurs issue number 2 from August of 1985. I love this badass cover. That's a great cover, and this is exactly what we're going to expect in this issue. A fabulous cover design from Texeira and Del Viedo, featuring General Spidrax and Dargon, the two main characters of Sectaurs. Here's the creative team. Mark Texeira doing the artwork. Once again, top shelf Marvel team here. Bob Budiansky, Bob Sharon, Rick Parker, and his fabulous lettering. Look! That is seriously impressive handwriting. I'm always in awe of the classic comic lettering. Pre-computer, pre-Photoshop. How'd they do this? Like, this guy must have just gotten straight A's in handwriting class. I failed that one every single time. The deadly fog in the previous issue, back when we had things like handwriting class. I can still write in cursive, not very well though. In the previous issue, the bad Sectaurs from the Dark Domain unleashed a terrible cataclysm and deadly fog across the land. Now the good Sectaurs, led by Dargon, and there's Mantis. These are the two characters you really want to pay attention to. Dargon and Mantis are going to lead a team from the Shining Realm to a border town that was attacked in the previous issue. So once again, like the first issue, they're throwing a whole lot of terminology, character names at the reader. And it's a lot to take in at once, especially considering that a lot of the character designs look more or less the same. They all look kind of weird like that. They've got the little tentacles in their face, and their eyes look weird, and they ride insectoids. But Sectaurs is a very cool comic, and it seems like they were in this one for the long haul. There's a lot of political posturing going on here, character development, webs of intrigue. Horrible pun, most definitely intended. And look, we've even got a sweet sword, the fabled broad skull scimitar, Dargon. Who's like Lion-O of the Sectaurs. Except unlike Lion-O, the Sectaurs didn't really get all that popular. So it ran for 7 issues, though it seems like they were really building the series to go for longer than that. And it's actually kind of a shame it didn't, because it's pretty cool, especially when Mark Texeira helms the pencils like this, because his artwork is just terrific. That guy's name is, Zach. He's one of the other main characters. Zach. And there's a relationship here between these two. She's Princess whatever her face is, she actually likes Dargon, but Dargon's like too stupid to figure. It doesn't matter. What's important is that we're going to see giant insect people fighting each other with swords. That's really what we're here for. We're not here for anything else. Get to the insect people fighting each other with swords. There's Stellara. She's another major character to introduce. And used to be a warrior. And here we learn about the bond that they have with their insectoids. She was telebonded. They're Sectaurs, the humanoids, and the insectoids are the giant cool insect things. They were telebonded, but she suffered a bond break. Got it? Good. So, Mantis and Dargon, I think Zach, ride off to the border town. This is where things get pretty cool, because General Spidrax, and here's the Dark Domain, and obviously these are the bad guys. General Spidrax is also heading towards this border town, which is in a valley covered by this poisonous fog that disintegrates everyone who walks into it. So General Spidrax forces his minions into the fog. They die, because, that's what happens when you walk into the poisonous fog. But demons of darkness, the fog strip the flesh from their bones within seconds before swallowing them from sight. It's probably not what his voice actually sounds like. Hey, look, trinoculars. And anyway, it's like Metroid. So the good Sectaurs know of this plant, and this plant if they can get this plant, then they can unlock or enter the fog level. So they have to find this magic plant or whatever. In order to do that, they're going to split up. So Dargon's going to fly off, and meanwhile, General Spidrax is going to fly off in another direction. And what do you think happens? Well, of course, they're going to meet in insect people combat to the death, and it's going to be awesome. There's a lot of plot, political intrigue, and a bunch of character names to keep track of, but it all leads up to this point when Dargon finally spots the magic plant fern thing, and he's ambushed by General Spidrax, and we get a sweet battle scene as well as an ad for Secret Wars puffy stickers. Like I've said before, I love puffy stickers. If you don't like puffy stickers, then you just don't like fun. Or Spider-Man. Like Air Raiders, Visionaries, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Thundercats, all of those series, what they're trying to do is sell you the toys. So in addition to the Sectaur characters, we've also got their insectoids, all of whom have names, and they're battling over this fern. They could have just gone to Home Depot and picked one of those up for $5, but instead they have to fight to the death. And then I love that they cover themselves in magic fern, enter the village, and discover yet another secret lair. There's so much going on in Sectaurs, issue number 2. It's a good issue. Issues 1 and 2 are both really big also. A lot of pages, incredible amount of detail from Mark Texeira. And the writing is really good too. Bill Mantlo does a nice job with the writing, and Bob Budiansky of Transformers fame is the editor on this. So lots of stuff to love here in the Sectaurs issue number 2. This one's cheap and easy to collect. The entire series is pretty affordable. Ran for 7 issues. It's a lot of fun and highly recommended by 80scomics.com. And I meant to do that. I don't remember the toys specifically because I never had any of them. But as some people told me on the website, they were, I guess, you put your hand in, you flapped them like gloves, and I vaguely remember that. A friend of mine had one. He had like 1 or 2 of them. This kid had everything. I think they were expensive, and they were really neat toys. But alas, I was spoken for by Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Star Wars. So Sectaurs, issue number 2, great comic book series, did not last long enough.